Hello everybody, Fearmy Games for the next part of the DEI Cimmeria campaign. You might remember where the wings of Pegasus have conquered Antheia and fought off two armies of Rome in order to hold on to it. Now, with Antheia under our control, our army is weakened. However, we did lose 2 whole units of our hoplites. However, we are in a position where we can recruit some additional things if we need it. Which we might likely will need to. But this is new Rampoa warriors. That's pretty nice. I like that. I think it's better than our current Rampoa warriors in some respects, maybe. Let's see. Tiny Rampoa warriors are basically a bit different. I wish there was an easy way to compare them. Let's see. The AP damage are the same. This one has a same charge bonus, same weapon damage. A little bit more expensive. What's the better? Better armor. I guess the only benefit is that this one has like 1 better morale, 1 better melee attack, while this one has like 11 better armor. So I guess that's kind of like the difference. Interesting. There's Thracian warriors, some Thracian spearmen if I wanted it, some Peltasts. I don't think I want Peltasts, but that's interesting to get access to. We'd also get agrarian cell swords if we wanted them, if we needed some units quick, which honestly might be the case considering what we're about to face. I'm gonna recruit some of these guys though. Part of me kind of wants Pergamon to lose the Decios because it'd be convenient for me, but I'm not going to begrudge them if that's what they want. I'm going to let Dacian immigrants in Antheia. Let's build a shipwright, and we'll leave it there for now. Let's see, what's the situation? You guys are doing okay. You guys are just like suffering some attrition, I think, due to the weather effects. Or we'll fortify. Maybe that'll help a little bit. We still have a lot of money to start upgrading, keep upgrading our buildings, and allow progress to keep moving. I'm definitely going to make use of it. My granary stores need to grow, sire. Let's see. Fountain, perfect. Keep Mesopotamia as happy as possible. That's the goal. And while we're here, so Iconian has an army that could hopefully take Mazacah. I'm hoping if I attack side and I raise it, that'll make these guys go and attack Mazacah. Actually, no, I'm going to conquer, take, and hold it, I think, actually. I think that was my plan, not to raise it. I think I was going to, like, sack these two, but not that one. Oh, that's a problem. I do not want these guys to take Nicomedia from me. But, inconvenient, but I think that's what they're going to do. Well, we're going to take side. However, it looks like their garrison's weak enough that we could take it with 99% of our men, so we're just going to do that. So we could liberate it, apparently, making it a new area. I'm not too inclined to do that. I think I'm just going to... I could raise it, or sack it. The money is nice for that, but I'm going to just occupy it. The reason why I'm going to occupy it is I'm hoping it will allow me to... I guess I will demolish that. I don't want this. I'm going to turn it into a docks, and we'll kind of see about... And we will need to demolish something else. But we officially are now down on food, which is problematic. Alright, well, we need to turn fun and games into something else now. Well, let's see. We're going to have to cancel your edict. Import food. It'll be just a minor inconvenience. I wish I can go to, like, everywhere and be like, what are you going to do if I import food? How useful are you going to be? You've apparently already been importing food. I did not know that, actually. Let's see. Guess Tushpa, if you have more than 1 food, you're basically good for Import. So let's import food. There we go. Import food. Perfect. Is there any extras? Looks like that's all of them. Perfect. That will solve our food crisis in the short term while we take some time to kind of fix up the situation later. Now we've taken side with our army almost entirely intact. I'll step right outside of side just to help reduce the public order problems that's going to rise from it. So Macedon now probably won't cross this territory. We've effectively kind of, unless they wish to go to war with me, we've effectively stopped them. If they go to war with me, then that's a separate issue. Odysseus' wanderers making their way over, slowly but surely. Though the winter's probably not helping with our food situation right now, if we're being honest. That's honestly might be the reason why we are so low on food. But thankfully, the edicts of importing food instead of bread and games will help fix our food situation.
The bravery of men, not words, is all.
Well, it looks like Macedon decided to declare war on me.
War and victory.
Well, we know which ally's gonna die. They have chosen to betray us and not join us in this war. That means they die. Yeah, I don't think Rome at this point is going to be too big of a threat. Macedon having 3 full stacks near one of my armies is a bit of a threat, I won't lie, but I don't think it's going to be too big a deal. Looks like Knossos is holding still in their home territory. Oh, no, wait, no, unless that's them being conquered. I don't know. Maybe Ephesus is the reason that there's red there. We'll double check, just to be safe. Loading, don't crash. Banditry in Mesopotamia. We had attrition. We have food reports. Why do we import food? And it's springtime. I'm surprised we are out of food now. Apparently we have a lot of banditry here. Why do we have so much banditry here in the region? Buildings are like -8, but oh my god. That's a lot of banditry. I can't remove this for food because I need food. But dang. It looks like we'll need to ASAP upgrade all of our food producing buildings. But that will be a long-term fix, not a quick short-term fix. So in the meantime, we'll need to be careful what buildings we build and we upgrade. A lot of banditry here too. Just like everywhere for some reason, there's really high banditry. I don't know why. Okay, well we'll fix that later. Let's see if we could diplomatically help with the food situation. I feel like I've been able to do it in the past, but I could be wrong. I could secure your loyalty a little bit by giving you some gravitas. I guess that didn't work quite so well. Send a gift. Apparently too low. I guess we'll send a gift to the Pontiac nobility to help them get their loyalty up a bit. Purium hates Easterners, bigot. Yeah, I'm not surprised. Okay. How do I exempt an area from taxation again? How do I do that? Build details. There we go. I think that's how we do it, right? Somewhere. Yeah, I could tax the province. Now, apparently, taxing Syria is the easiest solution. I'm surprised, considering... Well, we just solved our food shortage problem with the least amount of money used up, so that's good news. Yeah, Macedon now has 3 armies that they might be willing to attack me with, so that's something to keep in mind. You asshole. That's what you get for raiding my territory.
Make haste, men. Get to it, men.
We're gonna stay here because we need to make sure these guys are ready to hold the line when the metaphorical shit hits the fan. Alright, now that we fixed the food problem, we should fix our public order. Like, I mean, our something or other is not going to be as big of a problem. Alright, let's see. So, are you still my ally? Considered my allies, or are they considered my traitor? So you guys are now officially my enemies now. No, they're not officially my enemies. But there is a way around this situation. I could start moving these guys in a little bit closer and maybe weaken them enough that the Cambodjas are able to take them out, and allowing the Cambodjas to do some good. I think that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna offer to join their war, like friendly little, like, and we'll let them take over this territory here. Give them their own full province. That way, our clients stay here. They have a full province. Our clients stay here. They also will have a full province. And our allies here will have a full province. Everyone's gonna be happy with full province. Perk is not interesting to me. I'm just being a friendly neighborhood miffed friend. Miffed that they did that. Yeah, with Macedon now at war with me, we need to keep a little bit more of a close eye out on what they're gonna do. So it looks like you still have an army there. So I'm gonna move here. I like move it all. I can't move it all. But a fortify stance. Basically, be ready to basically, we're gonna have to go temporarily on the defensive. I forgot to remove the Roma impersonators, but that might have been their full movement anyway. So, what can you do? What can you do? Roma is doing exactly what I was hoping they were gonna do. Macedons might be a bit of an inconvenience, though. Let's see, Pergamon. Pergamon is making an army in Pergamon and in Korea, which might be helpful. Olbia, if it gets attacked, might be convenient by that fleet. So I'm gonna have to move that army next to Olbia to try and make sure it doesn't get taken by the enemy fleet. Which has been basically trapped in the Black Sea by my allies. Counter the rumors. Carry on. So, child is born. Too bad I can't get these guys quite to where I would like them to be for safety, but... Olbia will be held by my Iridii. We'll keep these guys moving, though. Looks like that Roman army is just kind of sitting there in fortified stance, so we're kind of just sitting here. See how it goes. We got some Dacian immigrants, which will hopefully allow us to keep a nice population blend of in our territory. Our food is going up once again. Side, we're going to go for an agora. Actually, no, we're going to go for a temple. What's that? Quarry? I mean, not bad. Homestead, let's go for food. I want to convert this one into something else. Let's make it into a colony. Alright, let's take Iconian, which probably will have, again, a very weak garrison. Yep, very weak garrison that we can very easily take out with an auto-resolve. Basically just falling right behind the Romans and taking everything that they're hoping to take from them when they move on, basically. I want to keep the Temple of Artemis, because honestly I don't mind making this into a food-producing region. There we go. And then if he takes Antheia, then it'll be even easier for me. Can't quite reach Nicomedia to attack, but that's alright. I mean, I would be surprised if he tried to attack Iconian, because Iconian is it has a very big army here, and they might be scared of that. Well, if they go to Antheia, it has a garrison, but I would think the garrison would be viewed as weaker than my army. I don't know, though. I'm no military expert, you know. I'm not a military expert, so I could be wrong. I think we can't really do anything else. Can we? Yeah, we can't secure loyalty because we don't have enough money. It's already been secured. These guys are the Pantiacs are very loyal, and I like that. But they also have the least amount of influence. So it's like not worth much the fact that they're loyal in that respect, at least. Banditry is just 50. And I don't know how to stop that. It's like I have many buildings that are designed to like either not to reduce banditry. I guess apparently the large military colony increases banditry as much as the other one negates it. So I guess they kind of negate each other. So that might be one of the reasons. But that reduces banditry by 12. So again, I don't know why. Again, my point serves itself. Alright, let's end turn again. We can't attack yet. We can't do much right now. So we're kind of in a wait-and-see kind of juncture. As Pergamon's kind of been basically being swallowed up by Rome, I'm then swallowing Rome in return. Bit of an interesting situation there. They're going for Tarsos. I'm surprised at this choice of theirs. I guess they probably decided Tarsos was an easier target than Antheia. However, they're going to get a bit of a rude awakening, as Tarsos has I'm going to hold Tarsos. I'm quite confident of that. Legionnaires might be stronger than my basic hoplites, but I have the cav advantage, which means their missile advantage is going to be negated, and thus their infantry advantage will then be negated. So this battle is going to be an easy victory for me. Well, maybe not an easy victory, but I suspect it will end in a staggering victory for me. And I don't need that many, so... What I'm trying to do here is I'm wanting to try and kind of like make this group here. Though the only downside is we'd be fighting downhill. I'd rather fight uphill. Basically what I'm trying to do here is I want to make it so my archers could fire and hit the enemies somewhat on the flanks. But you know, the problem with that original idea that I had was that the enemies in question would be a bit stronger. Would be attacking me from a superior vantage point. So I'm like, well, that we can't necessarily have that happen, but we can change things up a little bit. So if we chose this as our defensive position, we would have I feel like, I think this is honestly better defensive position. I want my archers to have to come into play is my main reason for trying to defend that particular location. I was like, where can I defend where my archers might be able to get a good angle in on the enemy? Then I'm like, honestly, the best defensive position is right here. But what I could do is still hold this line here, let the enemy kind of push through here, and they kind of have to then push past them into my hoplite line, thus kind of creating like 2 layers of defenses. With like a unit designed to like hold this choke point here, and my archers can fall back if the enemy decides to attack them. I think that'll be a pretty good idea there. And my general, I'm gonna just like have back here, just to be on the safe side. Out of easy reach of the enemy to murderalize, basically, is my goal. It should have. Yeah, right now I'm just basically like, oh, there's the hill. Let's hold the hill. Is my current thinking process. Itchy eye. There we go. That'll do. That'll do, I think. My archers, I don't really know what I'm going to do with my archers. They're definitely going to do something useful, I'm hoping. I will have one spare, we'll have one spare hoplite able to help reinforce. And look at this cav. This is a beautiful advantage that we got here, is our cav. They're not elite cav, they're very basic Greek cavalry. But still, they are a cav advantage. We outnumber the enemy cav. And if we make use of that advantage, when they throw away their cav, all these juicy slingers will be open and ripe for the killing. Now, because these guys are still shock cav. Now, it looks like the enemy cav is trying to come in, so we're going to fall back. These equites are medium shock cavalry. They're basically the equivalent of my Greek cavalry, I think, in terms of strength. And they're a lot faster than my archers are, so that's why we needed to fall them back. To make it so they didn't just get wiped out for no good reason. Alright, we need to wait for the infantry to get more invested before we can actually make use of our cavalry. But here, the enemy cav is just going to charge straight into my Greek militia. We're going to be more than strong enough to hold the front line, to hold off these cav. And that's basically what they're designed to do, is murderalize cav. I'm going to start moving out group 4 around the flank here. And there goes the enemy cav advantage. The enemy's melee troops are just going right where I want them to go. Right in this choke point where they're getting just fired at by my archers. They're going to get exhausted by these Greek militias, which means that once they get to my next line of hoplites, they will then be basically open from death. We still have to wait for these legionnaires to kind of get invested in the fight before we can really expect too much out of them. I'm going to fall back my archers to get them out of the danger zone. So we're still trying to wait for these guys to get themselves invested in the fight. They're going to use up their javelins on my weaker militia hoplites. How many do they get? One set of javelins? Well, yeah, one set. Looks like one set each. These are just holding for a lot longer. Waiting for it, wait for it, wait for it. These guys are a little bit confused about what they're supposed to be doing. They're just like holding their javelins like, wait, we still get our chances. I know, get out of the way, damn it, I'm trying to get into the fight. There goes the first enemy cav down. Let's get group 5 out here now. This is the time to shine. This guy's a Sicilian Slingers. They actually have shields. They're actually going to hold out for a little bit longer than the rest of them might have. We're getting our archers over here back into a nice position to basically kind of flank the enemy. We're going to let you guys keep chasing. You're almost there, buckaroos. You're almost there. Finish that guy off so that way we can keep moving. We need to now what our current goal is to clear out all the archers before the legionnaires realize that it's a good idea to stop me. Keep moving, boys. Keep moving. Yeah, like some of these horsemen are being very slow. These guys got stuck on a bush? What? That's just rude. There we go. They got unstuck, I think. Or they're dead. I'm assuming unstuck, but I could be wrong. Alright, this last one's about to die. Yeah, perfect. He just broke, which means we can now break off this group. Alright, they're shattered. Might as well bring these guys in to help finish off this last unit of archers. Our militia hoplite line is starting to break, but that's expected. Their job is to eventually break. I'm going to pull these guys back here. Let me actually group this one in with these guys here. I'm going to actually have him move right there. I'm going to get these three standing right there just in case. They're fresh. I'm going to move these guys, walk these guys now. Now that the enemy archers have all but been destroyed, there's just one slinger unit left. I said archers, but I meant to say ranged units are all basically dead and gone. At last, the militias have now been surrounded by the enemy's Hastati phalanxmen, the Etruscans. These guys have gotten a decent amount of kills for their trouble. They're basic Greek archers, so they don't do the most amount of damage comparatively speaking, but it's still not nothing. Hold your fire. You don't want to waste the last of your ammo. Except you, I want you to run to finish off that last light infantry unit. There's one brave unit of militia hoplites holding off against all these Romans. I'm impressed, honestly. These guys actually look slightly better than my Greek hoplites. In a straight fight. Well, that's why we're not going to give him a straight fight, right? Perfect. Our archers are firing into their sides as they're moving around, and they're now perfectly susceptible to my cavalry rear charges now. Ooh, this general right here, if I can delete him, that'll be a big boon for our side. Where are you going, good sir? Where do you think you're going? Flank me. I was an unexpected brilliance from the AI there. You're maybe in a wedge shape, but I have hoplites. Yep, you charge straight into the front of a phalanx unit. That's very good. That was very smart of you. Not really, but I can make them feel good if they want. Your general is doing just fine now. We have them right where we want them. So maybe some of my units could be healthier. The enemy general is dead. Now is the time to start pushing into the enemy and punishing them for thinking that they could take Greek land. Oh, well, look, there's an enemy right there. Alright, let's get my general involved in the fight now. You need to go right there, sir. Why are you so stupid right now? Why are you being stupid? Alright, we need to get Group 5 back out of the fight. We don't want them to be staying in it permanently. We just need them to help kind of get the enemy trolled and a little bit slow. Keep them distracted, basically. These are winded, so I'm going to let them rest for a moment. Uh-oh, slowly. Blow them up, boys. Blow them up. Get a nice rear charge there, buckos. These Legionnaires may think combat's even, but I'm going to show them that it's clearly not even. They just think it's even. Boom! Rear charge. They're about losing morale due to army losses. Easy clap. You thought you could take Tarsos? You thought you could take Tarsos? You thought this was an easier target than Antheia? Fool, I am Greek defending a Greek settlement. You are not going to take the settlement from me when it's as strongly defended as Tarsos, even if it has very basic units. You should have thought better. You should have thought that through more. You're like, Antheia is a capital city. It's obviously going to be more terrifying. No, sir. That is not how this works. Alright, let's take them out. Let's just have our Greek cavalry run them down. The reason why we're trying to run them down is we do not want them to rise again as a threat. Fortunately, let's see. Not unfortunately, because they've nicely, with this army out of the way, does mean that Antheia is not a threat anymore. The only unfortunate fact about that is that it does mean that Antheia is not going to fall, and thus it's not going to become ours. Which means that we won't have the entire province, but I guess it'll work out. We'll have most of the province. Alright, I think that's good enough. Tarsos defend. They barely outnumbers us by only 53 men. We only lost 392 men, and they lost over 2,100. And the only one that was really injured from this was the militia hoplites, who their entire purpose was to basically just take the initial brunt of the enemy attack and do as much as they could. And they did a surprising amount. All things together. Our cavalry deleted the enemy archers. And our general did a good job of stopping the enemy trying to rear charge us. Glad I kept him in reserve. And yeah, all around, we showed those Romans why you don't fuck with us. Asgard has an army that might take Mazacca. I did not see that. I don't like that fact. Too bad Rome didn't see that either. Bactrian armies are officially moving through my territory. Oh, the Iridii have moved away from Olbia. Perfect. I was worried they were going to take it. I wonder if that will stop my armies from actually moving into Thrace. I guess we'll find out. I'm just going to quick save real fast, but... Oh no, you bastards! You beat me to it!
I offer this morsel. Now,
I mean, I'm not against taking that, because I wasn't really planning on killing you. But I was, I'm not against, like, you might be, I think you have a small province that I want, so I'm not going to accept peace. Dang it, you took Nicomedia from me. Oh well. I declined to help them because I'm like, why would I help you? Let's do synchronicism. Synchronize them to our own, or to ourselves. Let's see, there's Roman army, there's Pergamon army there, Pergamon fleet there. Nice, apparently they also have their own version of the Centaurs. I was going to say Roman army, but a Roman army. We could take out the Legio of Illyrica because Wings of Pegasus are now ready for battle. Taking the Iconon. Let us make an Agora. Wait, what is that? Yeah, let's make it Agora. Let's take Mazacca for ourselves. Yep, again, a garrison that's not quite strong enough to actually fight back. Which is Mazacca is ours. Which now means we are in full control of this region. What is this? Reduce banditry, reduce growth. Interesting. I might change that. Something else. I'm not sure yet, though. We'll see. But for now, I don't mind it being there. We might as well send the Roman impersonators westward, as I'm not too concerned about this whole area, unless I want to sack Pesanos and Ephesus to make it easier for the Pergamon to take it. I guess maybe I'll do that to help my allies. Why not? I don't need to immediately go on the offensive every time I take over something, right? Apparently I can upgrade this. We're fine. We don't need to worry about that. Okay. Now you're almost there. You guys are good to keep up the offensive. You're honestly the weaker army. So I think I'm going to leave you guys here defensively. And I'm going to let you guys just patrol the region for now. I'll let you guys move out. Yeah, Pergamon now only has 3 settlements left. One of them is Pergamon. I'm worried that they just left Pergamon with that army. I think I might, instead of going here, I might go to Pergamon. Just stop the Macedonians from trying to take try and take it themselves. I may not succeed because that is a very elite army from Macedon. Despite the fact that Macedon again has 1 settlement. But they're still able to field multiple stacks of an elite army. You know, AI cheats, but oh well. I think it does help with the challenge. My own allies don't cheat quite as well as my enemies, apparently. Alright, let's go to Ares Dread. I think if we attacked him right now, we wouldn't really be able to handle it. Pura has like 2 full stacks in a large settlement. That's probably why the Cambodians haven't taken them out yet, but you know, the Cambodians, you know, gets uppity. We can always help the Cambodians. We'll see though. We'll see what we want to do. I'm gonna do one more end churn sequence, I think, and then we're going to call an end to the session. I mean, not the session, the episode here. But let's see what happens with Rome. I definitely want Pergamon to retake Antheia as much as at least as much of it as they can, because I do want them to be able to, like, you know, still survive and function. But if they can't survive and function, then oh well. Looks like there's another Roman legion on the way, which means I forgot to attack that legion right there that's raiding Antheia. I completely forgot about that. Which means now it's going to be a little bit more annoying to deal with that of the rest of the armies that are there. I didn't really consider that. That's going to cause us some problems because I forgot that I could do that. Oh well. They won't have, like, where are you going, Cambodians, with that army? That's what I'm curious about. If you guys wish to read this year in history, 22 BC, you guys are more than welcome to pause it and read it for yourselves. I'm not going to be reading it out, just to save time. The Athens have been destroyed, and Rome is conquered. We have a full stack of Rome there, a full stack of Macedon there, and a full stack of Rome there. We definitely need to get the Roman impersonators to support our army here. That, or we abandon Antheia and all of our upgrades so far. I'm not a big fan of that idea, though. But the Roman impersonators will not make it in time, which means that this army here is going to be probably facing 2 full legions of Rome again, as well as a full stack. We could fall back, or we could fight. The hard choices, man. The hard choices. I mean, I think the garrison's now healthy enough to assist. But stop taxing the province. Oh well. Alright. We're not going to quite make it in time to be helpful, but we're at least going to bloody their nose. The Roman impersonators should be able to clean up whatever's left when we're done. And we're going to basically just have to keep up the offensive against the enemies in the down here. If nothing else, if we lose Antheia and the Roman impersonators aren't able to stop them, we have 2 allies who are going to basically block it for us. So we're going to focus down here on the Roman presence and Macedon presence. So we're going to weaken Pessanos. Allow the allies to basically take it, whichever one wants it. I'm hoping Pergamon takes it, but, you know, they don't seem to have an army capable of doing anything much right now. Let us secure loyalty of these guys so we don't have to worry about a civil war quite yet. I guess these guys are too recently secured. Loyalty has been secured. Alright, now I can start upgrading some buildings to try and get things going. I do like the reduced banditry you provide, so I'll take that. Ferrata is not taken. The Cambodians are doing just fine, though again, why do you have an army just way over here for no reason? Alright. Well, Per's gonna live for now, just because I have way too much. I have to focus more on the west. Oh, it looks like there's yet another Legion of Rome right there. Antheia is definitely going to be a battleground for whether or not we can hold this territory. Oh, well. Alright, let's end turn. While I do the end turn, I'm just going to give the ending spiel. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys liked the video, smack that like button down below. Subscribe to see more of the content. And, of course, comment down below. Describe, what should I do with Pura? Should I show them mercy? Should I punish them and throw them into the ground? You know, or should I get them back in my good graces? I'm not leaning towards getting him back in my good graces. He kind of spit in my face, and I don't usually take that. But there's always the option of being more kind than I plan to be. Rome is definitely going to be one where we're not really capable of advancing any further than we are right now, just because their armies are in multiple different places, and our armies are still having to make their way over from the northern part of the map. Thankfully, Asgarta has an army that's close to assisting us, and Pergamon's no longer, I think, in danger of being completely annihilated. At least not right now. Construction complete. Does look like there was a Roman. I thought I saw a Roman army over here. Maybe it was somewhere else. Yeah, now there's a Macedonian army here. The reason why I chose not to attack this army, even though that might not be the best idea to not have done that, is the reason why I chose not to attack it, because I was like, you know what? I'm gonna hole up in Antheia, let the garrison assist me in this fight. And if any luck, the longer it takes them to attack, the better garrison I will have in order to do what I need to do. So yeah, I thought I saw a Roman army here, but I guess I was mistaken. So we'll just keep going this way. Surprised Macedon's not trying to, or Macedon is not trying to take Pergamon, like the actual settlement of Pergamon. Where's the other army that Pergamon had here? Was it wiped out? I don't know where it is, but I could have. Maybe they disbanded it. Maybe they can't afford it. Oh yeah, this war is definitely being interesting. Alright. Well, guys, have a good day, night, evening, wherever you guys may be. And I will see you guys next time.